This week we make 2 non-alcoholic cocktails to suit your dry January needs. Stick around.
Jesse, it's time to cook.
Mr. Badge, it's like dry January, yo. That means no alcohol, no drinks. What are we supposed to do?
It may be possible, with the right combination of ingredients, to synthesize a cocktail without alcohol.
So you do have a plan? Yeah, Mr. Badge. Yeah, science.
Well, it's January, again, and that must mean that it's time to do that thing that I always hear about, dry January. Which in most cases means avoiding cocktails altogether, but another approach would be making cocktails with
no booze.
So this week, for all those dry January participants, and for our non-spirit drinking viewers, we're giving you not just 1, but 2 non-alcoholic recipes for you to try at home. The first recipe is called Chai Blossom, courtesy of the award-winning mixologist and entrepreneur, Juan Coronado. Now this recipe requires a special chai syrup, but it's fairly easy to make. Similar to making a cinnamon syrup or even a simple syrup, all you have to do is combine 2 chai tea bags and 1 cup of boiling water in a small bowl. Cover it and let that sit for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then add a half cup of sugar, stir to dissolve, and then let it cool. Then with that ready, all you're gonna need is lime juice, club soda, and some star anise for the garnish. All right, let's start this off with 1 ounce of lime juice. Let's add 1 3/4 ounce of that chai syrup that we made. Now, in order to avoid a
Soda explosion.
we're actually gonna shake this before adding the soda water. All right, let's add it into the shaker. Add several ice cubes to chill, dilute, and integrate. Shake for about 10 to 15 seconds. Also just sounds cool. Now we're gonna just dirty dump this in. Now, we're gonna top this off with about 1 ounce of soda water. There we go. Let's give it a stir for good measure. And add that star anise for a garnish. Also for some aromatic flavor. And there it is, Chai Blossom. Let's give it a shot. Star anise on the nose, of course. That's really good. The citrus is not too overpowering. The syrup gives it that nice sweetness, and the chai gives it like a really interesting kick of flavor, while the soda just balances it out with a really nice texture. Now for our second cocktail, we're taking a different approach. In the last several years, we've seen several non-alcoholic brands gain popularity, such as Lyre's, Seedlip, and Ritual, which is widening the possibility to transform existing cocktail recipes into their non-alcoholic counterparts, assuming that there are no alcoholic liqueurs in the recipe as well. So we've given this a shot, taking the ultra classic Royal Hawaiian Cocktail Gin recipe and turning it into something that we call Hawaiian Surf. All right, let's start with 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice, a half ounce of lemon juice, a teaspoon of orgeat, we're using Liquid Alchemist in this case, and finally 1.5 ounces of a non-alcoholic gin substitute. We're using Ritual in this case. All right, let's pour this into our shaker. Add several ice cubes to chill, dilute, and integrate. Shake for 10 to 15 seconds. Also just sounds cool. Nice. We're gonna serve this in a chilled coupe glass. Now, strain it in. All right, let's garnish this with a speared luxardo cherry. And there it is, Hawaiian Surf. Let's check this baby out. Yes, the citrus and the orgeat, of course, are very present in this drink. Now, in this particular case, with Ritual, we tried this non-alcoholic gin beforehand, and unfortunately, it doesn't really sit in the wheelhouse of gin. It doesn't really get close to that, so it adds a lot of interesting flavors to this, like the lemongrass really comes through. Maybe I wouldn't recommend using Ritual. Maybe something more like Lyre's or Seedlip would get you closer to what you're after. So that's our 2 mocktails. Between the 2, I'd probably say the Chai Blossom was my favorite, just because it had the most interesting flavor. But hey, if you find the right gin substitute, maybe the Hawaiian Surf could make a comeback. Let us know what your favorite mocktail recipes are in the comments below, and consider giving us a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future tiki adventures and cocktail recipes. Till then, cheers. Nice. That was new. It started coming apart halfway through. It was starting to go everywhere. I was like, so I just stopped.